Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to bring this out 2 yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Nebraska's offense starts with less than ideal field position thanks to that return. Well, the energy of this building, Coach, is going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, le bon temps brûlé. Let the good times roll.
Really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
To throw, it's Raiola. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the second effort there will earn him the 1st down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry, finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the run, it's Johnson. The Cornhuskers looking to keep this drive rolling.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another 1st down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they love to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier. And
caught near the goal line. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Huskers. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Wildcats offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
1st down here for this offense. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
To the air, it's Johnson. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41. A new set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. And the Wildcats hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Great job here on this sack by this linebacker from Nebraska, living up to the lofty expectations of what you think when you think about Nebraska and linebacker play. Not just stuffing the run, but the ability to pressure the quarterback. They've had some great ones over the years.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Takes the handoff. It's Giddens. And he will be stuffed for no gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kurt.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if can give him a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Niggas is on the bullshit.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, gets a fresh set of downs. The Wildcats looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He's past the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. Get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Send the back in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drop. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. And the Wildcats looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On 1st down, it's play action. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run it here. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick throw, testing the middle. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
He'll toss it to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, they spread this defense all over the field with that 5 wide receiver set. It puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line to give the quarterback enough time, especially on 3rd down. They held up just long enough, and the quarterback makes a great throw for this first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris. And he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. Gonna run it. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
He hands it to the back. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Tailback takes the handoff again. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And it's good right down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Dropping back. It's Johnson. Off target with a throw. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Wildcats looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a long return, but the important thing to pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And they hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Second, there's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. Second down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Wyola. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. We're going to throw it on third and very long. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. We'll give it to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Now it's third and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They stop him, but it's a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up the first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. And the Huskers looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. We give it to the big fullback here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Caught quickly. Touchdown, Nebraska. This offense cannot be stopped. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT.
Well, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. It pays off in a big way here, right? Because the defense is thinking about they're going to run the football. They load up, and it opens them up for an easy touchdown.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. The pocket breaking down. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. To throw, it's Johnson. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Looking for a gap, it's Johnson. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. First down, looking to throw the football. The sure hands, it's Coleman. Booker, Nebraska has the lead here. With 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive with a playoff at stake. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. The shotgun running play call. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throws a bullet to the right. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
To the air, it's Wyola. This time it's complete. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. Now, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Looking to chuck it again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Snags the quick throw. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Grab down the middle. It's Fidone. They finally tackle him at the 4. That's a solid gain on the pitch and catch. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength. The Huskers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Huskers. To stretch the lead, the route is on. See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout, and he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Catch made by the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over.
Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
On the ground, it's Johnson. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games with a little bit more suspense, but this one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.